So what do you need to do now if you need to change your shims? Well, you're going to need to obviously remove the top of the cam carrier as I've done here. Before you do anything, you need to lock your cam in place. So when you take these lobes off, you're not going to lose your timing. There's a very convenient way of doing that.
Come down here.
You'll see there'll be a bolt right here. This bolt here. You're going to remove that. You're going to have a little bit of oil come out, so pop that there. You're going to remove that, and in its place, you're going to put a 10mm bolt. Nothing fancy. You don't have to go to BMW and buy a fancy bolt. Let me show you up here. These are the bolts I got, and they work perfectly fine. A lot of sources will say that you need to kind of shave down the end of the bolt into a point. That's not true. I didn't do that, and it works perfectly fine. So you're going to take the bolt out, put your new one in, and you're going to kind of just finger tighten it to the point where you feel resistance, and then tighten it a little bit more. What it basically looks like is you've got this disc in there, and in the disc there's these two grooves that are cut in, these two tiny little grooves, and you kind of just want to get the bolt to be stuck in that groove. Once you've got it in there, come back and try and turn your engine again. You'll feel if it's been stuck or not. If it's not, put it back into TDC and just try again. It's really not that hard. I think I only had 2 attempts and then I got it right. So now you've locked your cam. Second thing you're going to do, you hear a lot of people say they'll tell you to put cable ties. They'll tell you to put cable ties to attach your chain onto your sprockets so you don't lose timing. Good luck with that. It didn't work for me at all. I would also take a picture of your timing marks before you remove these, just so you feel confident that you've got it back in the same way. The next tip after that is, these are really tight, so remove the inlet first, which is this one. I thought initially like, shit, this stuff is stuck, I can't get it off. But grab the sprocket side and lift it up there, and it'll come off. Oh, I hope I haven't lost my timing anyway. We'll see now. So take that one off first, and then take your exhaust side off. Once you've taken these off and out the way, you'll see your shims are sitting in the top of this thing here, and you'll see there's this little indentation. You don't need to take this outer layer off. You literally just find something sharp. I used a blade, pop it in there, and these will lift up. They're not too easy because the oil's created a bit of a vacuum, but you can lift them up that way. What you're going to do then is take your shims, and if you don't know the size that they are, if you haven't kept track or you bought the bike and you have absolutely no idea, you're going to need to get a micrometer and measure the height of your shim. And from there you're going to need to do your calculations of what size shim do I need to get within spec. Go buy that size, install them, and it just goes back. It's very, very straightforward after that. The only tips I'd give you reinstalling is keep your cam head bolts lubricated. So these bolts that go into the camshaft here, they're going to be needed tightened to spec, which is 10 Newton meters. Don't dry those off. don't clean them with parts or brake cleaner. Keep a little bit of oil in them and then torque them down. There's no tightening pattern in the manual, so just intuitively I'm going to go in a crisscross pattern. Once you've torqued those down, put your valve cover back on again. All those bolts, every bolt is 10 Newton meters, except for the guy at the bottom that locks the cam in place. That bolt you're going to take off. That bolt you're going to clean with brake cleaner, and you're going to put Loctite on there, 203, and put it back in, and that torque that torque is 20 Newton meters. And I think that's everything I've learned. Like I say, if there's anything that you need to know in detail, just follow the link in the description and there'll be a long explanation in detail.